So this is my video reflection number 3. It has to do with diversity. So the first question asks, what is diversity? To me, diversity is all the qualities and traits that make us uniquely different. We all come from different backgrounds, different cultures. We come from different ethnicities. The U.S. is said to be the melting pot, and we are all culturally different. So, diversity can do with our gender, like I said, our nationality, our age. Some of us are diverse in our age. For example, the office that I work with, we have diverse ages. We range from 24 to about 60. So we're diversely different. I think that diversity doesn't necessarily have to do with our physical appearance. It also has to do with our educational knowledge or our education. Some of us went to college and got a bachelor's, and some of us for whatever reason, didn't finish high school. So I think diversity isn't limited to our physical appearance. So, and I think that diversity is something that we should use to enhance our education. The second question asks, explain how there is diversity in learning mathematics. I remember reading somewhere that it says that traditionally minorities tend to do much worse or are limited to succeed in mathematics. I think it was maybe on the website. I don't know. But I remember reading that. And so with our diverse culture, there's diverse learning. We are diverse in our learning styles. Some of us learn with concrete objects. We're kinesthetic learners, we're auditory learners, we're visual learners. We all learn differently, and we learn at different rates. Some of us understand concepts much more quickly than others do, and vice versa. Some of us can do mathematics in our head, solve problems in our head, and some of us need pencil and paper to understand the concepts. Right now, I am in a third grade classroom, and we should be working on multiplication and division, and technically some of my students are still working on subtraction because they don't understand how to regroup. And so there's diversity in our content knowledge, there's diversity in learning, or in how fast we learn and how slow we learn. So what makes sense to one person doesn't necessarily make sense to the other. So I, as a future teacher, plan to use our different backgrounds and our diversity to help enhance our education. We all think differently. We all come from different backgrounds. Diversity is it's a wonderful thing. We are not the same, so why not use that to enhance our learning, to make connections and see other people's points of view. So in my future classroom, I plan to establish an environment of a positive learning environment where all my students can come and feel free and to discuss and express their ideas without fear that someone's going to judge them, and that they can just come and express their ideas. It's said, just by looking at the chart off of the website, minorities are growing in our schools. You see it every day. Minorities may not be the minority in a couple of years, so why not enhance our diversity and use it in our education system? I plan to also differentiate and accommodate the different learning styles. I plan to use a lot of concrete objects for my students who need the concrete, and I don't plan for those students who can do mental math, there shouldn't be a punishment if you can do it. They just need to be able to explain it in words. There shouldn't be a punishment for knowing that 3 times 3 is 9. So I plan to differentiate my instruction. We're always talking about going from the concrete to the semi-concrete to the abstract. And I feel like that if you do that, it addresses the different learning styles, kinesthetically, visually, auditory learning. So I plan to use our diversity to help us learn and help our content knowledge. And it's such a wonderful thing how we are all different, and we should embrace it. I think diversity is a wonderful thing. So this is my video for reflection number 3.